Wait, it's so silent now. Okay. Today I decided to finally address the elephant in the room that I wasn't talking about, that I should be. I mean, I was talking a lot, but not here. So we'll not be talking. I opened I actually don't remember how many videos we got. I remember that we were getting breadcrumbs for ages. So this is the farther one I found. So maybe there was more. But I see only Inquisition. So this should be the farthest one. I remember when they dropped it. Like the fuck, I remember they dropped it and it was so fucking ominous. Look at this. Look at this call. It's so scary and the music is scary. This is so scary. And it is just an idol. I hate that thing. But the music is the banger.
So, you found me at last. I suspect you have questions.
I hate this line. And this was also still with the hashtag the dreadful rises. But then I remember that picture. Everybody was analyzing it in every way possible, like this thingy. It, as far as I remember, it represents the veil around the fetus world, like those streaks of the veil. And those little piggies represent the gods or archdemons that keep the veil in place. So the two ones that are left are the two old gods that are still alive and the archdemons. So we were theorizing forever who those two are. Now we know, but I will go with that with the next videos, because we will quickly run out of those breadcrumb teasers that were tormenting me for ages, and we'll finally reach something more substantial. This one was also cool.
I face tyrants and would-be gods.
Seen
friends lose life and limb.
Oh, this one, I remember. I watched a lot of videos analyzing, and some people gave those figures my funny names. And I feel like this one was referred to as Moonhead, and the other was Beast, or the other way,
But there's always someone bent on breaking the world.
Yeah, those two. And those two are literally the two old gods that we're supposed to fight in Dragon Age Dark. I am so not looking forward to it. Oh, but I liked the Golden Eye aesthetic. I really liked I remember that when I saw this trailer the first time, I was like, I like the sun, I like the golden aesthetic, especially considering that the veil in some frescoes is portrayed kinda in a way that looks like a sun. And I was wondering if they would be keeping golden aesthetic, but they switched to violet one later. Sparkle. I still don't know what this is about.
Hero. No magic hand. No ancient prophecy.
This is Antiva, I suspect. And
The kind of
Minratus.
person they'll never see coming. We've got your back.
And the
I've
fancy
got
bow!
your back.
This bow was so fancy and I was thinking about it for ages. Now I don't have to think about it anymore because we'll have it.
Demons, dragons.
Also, that monster and those red things. I don't look forward to them. I hate it. I hate I mean, I don't hate the game, okay? I don't appreciate the dark. I had nightmares after Dragon Age Origins, so whenever I see something remotely horrorish, I'm like, oh no, here we go again.
Darkspawn.
I want that
Even the
bow.
Dreadwolf.
Wait, I forgot.
This is your story.
I forgot to put subtitles, my bad. This is my story. Are you sure about that? Wait, we were talking about the people.
It's time for a new hero.
Yeah, new hero meaning Rook. Also, I still remember that stupid picture that they gave like 10 years ago, or less, with that Rook and the wolf flame above it. And everybody was losing their mind over it, and now I finally know what it means! I don't understand. Like, it's so annoying that in retrospect I get it, but at the time I didn't.
No magic hand. No ancient.
I am so looking forward to it. I want to visit. Look how nice it looks. I wonder if we will be allowed to go kind of parkour on those roofs, kind of Assassin's Creed style.
Ancient prophecy.
And Minratus, which we will see again in the next videos. But it looked really cyberpunk when I saw this first time. It really gives you that impression, especially because it's dark. It's dark, it's a night, and you have those neon. I never ever saw dolls in any comics that even remotely shown any Winter City. Even Minratus, but I guess their ideas change all the time.
The kind of person they'll never see coming.
But it kind of fits the entire dystopian. This place is the dystopia now. I am so not surprised that Tenerife hates that place.
We've got your back. I've got your back.
Are you sure about that?
Demons, dragons, darkspawn. Even the Dreadwolf.
And this mosaic is banger. But I didn't like his face. I was never Sola's monster. He's the only character I never ever romanced. Not because I had some beef with him or something. It was just not my type. I just preferred to be his best friend so we could gush about fate together like two nerds, you know? And when I saw this trailer and I saw his face, I was like, why does he look so bad? But I guess over time it looks like, now when I'm looking at him in Inquisition, I kind of feel like this face looks better.
This is your story.
Okay. The next video will be also short one. Will be Teda Skulls, Dragon Age Day, another breadcrumb they were teasing us with, and I hate it. But look, it looks so nice. We see, I wonder if this will be a map inside the game, or it's just for the sake of the trailer. Treviso in Antiva.
We fight for everyone, and we always will. The crows rule Antiva.
And this is something I am afraid of! Does it mean that Rivain is not a continent, but it exists on a huge fucking sea monster? Or sea monster is just living near it? Or what's going on this map? I am scared.
Glory to the risen gods. They come to deliver this world.
That statue was throwing everybody off. Because nobody ever heard about statue of Andraste in the fucking Rivain. And we were so confused about that. Because they showed Rivain and this picture. And we were like, are you sure this is Rivain? And my favorite place, Underfells. We'll finally go to Way's house. You don't even know how much I wanted to go to that place since Dragon Age Origins. And I wanted to go there only so I could yell at the first warden that he is shitty at his job.
Grey Wardens don't hide in our castle. I won't ask good soldiers to turn tail and run.
I still don't know whose voice that is. It sounds like Blackwall, but I feel like it's not Blackwall. I mean, like, people were talking about it. I remember someone even gave the name of that voice actor. I don't remember who that was. I don't think it's and of course, this entire map is full of some weird monsters. Like, do you see this? It's just kind of like another kind of turkey. And there is like the snake. And I'm pretty sure this is the president.
All the world will soon share the peace and comfort of my reign.
Shut the fuck up. Whose voice that? Is it one of the old gods or is it another villain? I don't remember. I remember people were talking about it, but I forgot. This was so long ago, I forgot everything. Full reveal summer 2007. I forgot that they said that. No? I forgot that they said. So now we have the trailer that everybody hates, but I love.
Not looking good, old friend.
Ah! Wrong language.
This'll take more than you and me.
Scout Hardy! Finally! Finally! I don't even know how long I wanted to romance that babe. I got the cramp in Dragon Age Inquisition Jaws of Hakan. It was it. And in the regular game.
What are you thinking?
We need someone to be our eyes and ears in the shadows.
I love me. Also, she has a leg. She has a prosthetic leg. And I like how she just, the music is like,
What are you thinking?
I am
We need
badass.
someone to be our eyes
She's walking like a badass.
and ears in the shadows.
And someone to bring a little darkness to the daylight.
And we have our mage killer. He's not even close. He will be our token assassin. Everybody, after seeing this trailer, was like, mage killer, mage killer. I will make a mage to romance him because this is the only good course of action. It's funny because he's named Mage Killer, but he's from Antiva. and mage killers are not uneven. Mage killers are... I don't know if they exist in the entire Fedas, or at least Northern Fedas, but I know that the mage killer was in the comics introduced as a center kind of. There was a man who was mage killer, and he was also Calpurnia's boyfriend. Like, dude, you're fucking a mage. And she later became right hand or left hand, depending on which choice you make in Inquisition, of the Elder One. And she had a boyfriend who was killing mages. It's funny that people think that those characters will be hating on mages, but I am like, I am of the mind that they are treating this more like a job, like, you know. Like, they don't hate mages, but they specialize in killing the bad ones. Yeah, this is scary. Should I be afraid of those? I don't like this. I like Bellara, but I don't like what's behind her. Also, the name, the Veil Jumper, kinda gives me itchy. Couldn't they make a better name? Like, hey, I will accept it if I have to. But they could come up with a better name.
Into the fade, aren't we?
And digging up a lot of buried secrets.
This is so funny. Two guys went to rob this tomb, and they were stopped by an old man and his skeleton. Everybody is already like, I will bang this man, including my friend. And I at first was like, so I guess Emmerich, how to pronounce his name, will be that one token companion I want romance in this game. But then one person I know said very rudely that she is not into old men when I asked if she ever considered the guy, and I was so angered on behalf of Emmerich that I decided that I will romance him out of spite. I will make an older character specifically for him.
What about Darkspawn?
My man! My love! Wow! This is my guy. Laugh at me as much as you want. I am a Grey Warden girl. I am romancing Grey Warden. This is so funny! In Dragon Age 2 I didn't have any Grey Warden to romance, but in Dragon Age Origins and in Dragon Age Inquisition I had, and I did. And I always preferred them to anybody else. I am officially not asexual anymore. My sexual orientation is now Grey Warden. Look at him, he's so beautiful! He's so nice! Can you sit on me? Sit on my face. On my fictional face, my asexuality sometimes doesn't translate to the video game.
Someone who will stand between us and a pack of demons.
Those are not demons, Varric. Those are Darkspawn. Also, I hate this. They redesigned them and they look even worse than they ever did. I will have nightmares again. I hate them. But look, we have a Griffon! We have a Griffon! I wanted to see Griffon for so fucking long. Look at it! It's a pet! I will get a pet Griffon!
You know there will be dragons.
Yes, I know. It's Dragon Age for a reason. Also, I am always deeply disappointed that I have to kill those dragons. Can't I just adopt them? Can I just raise a dragon? This is the age of dragons. Can I just give them some love?
Right.
This is also so fucking cool.
We'll need someone with fire.
This is another person that I am really into. Like, I am into Davrin, Tash, and Belara the most. And Tash specifically because of this one scene.
Burn their blood.
Yes, do it! Do it!
One more thing. This crew needs a leader. Someone we can count on. Someone that the world can count on.
I am the random person from a tavern. You can count on me.
But where are we gonna find her?
I am the average Joe you were looking for. Defy the gods. Sure, of course. Also this? Like this? Like this? Like this is fucking huge! Like look at the people, they are fucking tiny! Also, look behind him, there is a fucking moon! And there is fucking sun, and there is this eclipse! Also, I had this running theory that, Fedas as a world has 2 moons. Yeah? It has 2 moons. We have 1 moon in Dragon Age Origins, and another in Dragon Age Inquisition. I don't know if they decided to make a new moon for Dragon Age Inquisition that would better show how they wanted to portray the world, because when it comes to the Fate, I remember they said that the Fate in Dragon Age Inquisition was how they always imagined it looked, but in Dragon Age Origins, when they were making the first game, they didn't have proper tools to make that vision reality. That's why Dragon Age Origins looks weird. So, according to the devs, Dragon Age Inquisition Fate is the canon view of the Fate, how it should look like. And I wonder if the moon is the same kind of story, or they actually showed us the 2 moons of this fucking world just swapping places in the middle of the games. Because I know that Dragon Age 2 has this tiny moon that doesn't even look the same as the Dragon Age Origins moon. Maybe they were making every game new moon for no reason, but I had this theory that the entire world of Dragon Age, the original one from which Solas was coming from, it was the Fade and there was no veil, yeah? The world where the Fade was the base part of reality, that spirits were going around, people were living with spirits. Humans didn't exist yet. Like, they didn't exist yet. Dwarves and elves did. And then Solas created the veil and cut everybody, especially the elves, from the magic. And went to sleep. And I had this theory that this entire Dragon Age Feda's world is somehow intricately connected to the moon, and this picture is kinda proving me right. Because my thinking was like this. If in typical literature and media the eclipse symbolism is like, eclipse symbolizes the moment when the mortal and spirit worlds are the closest. So I was like considering that maybe in the world where Fade was the baseline, they had perpetual eclipse all the time. And then when the veil was created, the eclipse stopped existing, and instead we had perpetual full moon for some reason. I know that the moon cycle existed in very, very old games, so I don't know if the devs were just lazy with the moon and just slapped some kind of moon in full for the game so it could just be there, or it was a deliberate choice for the universe to say that in this universe, the moon is perpetually in full all the time. Anyway. So I had this theory that if we take down the veil, we will get eclipse, and this picture kinda seems to support my view, but I don't know. Also, I said something, and I forgot. I was supposed to say something else, but I wanted to finish this thought, and then I lost the other one. I wanted to say. Does it mean that when the veil comes back, it means that the people who are of elven lineage will suddenly become elf? Because the Dragon Age world is made in this weird way that mixed race people don't exist, and I always just blame the devs for being lazy and not wanting to create another model for in between. But we know in between people exist. Like Alistair is half elf. We know that. His mother is an elf. So, will those people suddenly get their elven genes activated and they become elves? Or they just randomly will get magic? Because that would be hilarious. I can't wait to see Carver Hawk, because I was playing a mage, so I got Carver Hawk. Suddenly realized that he is not a regular human and suddenly become a mage. That would be hilarious. He was a petty little asshole to me all the time, but I loved my little brother, but I would just fucking laugh at him. Like an older sister could, if this happened to him. Also another case, Fenris would be funny, though I would be kind of concerned, because considering the lore of Dragon Age, lyrium is deadly for mages, so I was like, if Fenris turns out to be a mage, will he die on the spot? Or it's not applicable in a world without the veil? Like, is the world without the veil kind of working differently than the world with the veil? Because with the veil, mages die from lyrium, but in the Fade, they can touch it. So I guess there is some kind of precedent to make it out that he could survive. Also, his lyrium tattoos are based on Arcan Warriors' lyrium tattoos, and we met a spirit of Arcan Warrior in Dragon Age Origins, who gave us the specialization of Arcane Warrior, because it's specifically ancient elven fighting specialization. And they had those tattoos, but I don't remember if they were made from blood or they were lyrium. Or both. Like maybe someone just took some normal blood and some lyrium powder and mixed it and painted on people. I don't know, but I am curious. Also, another thing, before I forget, I said that humans didn't exist in the world without the veil, so I am still not sure how does that entire world works, in the sense that humans appeared only after the veil was created. So where did they come from? Like, I remember there was just that one obscure piece of lore that kind of suggested that every other race than elves would feel sick and possibly suffer in a world where the Fade is the baseline, and there is no veil. And I was like, okay, if that's the rule, and we assume that the Fade was global and existed on the entire planet, then where the fucking humans came from? Is this the case of Witcher? Did they come from another dimension or something? Or they were living underground. I don't know. I am curious. I want to know what will happen. I wonder if we will stop the veil from being lifted, or we will make the process less deadly on the population that lives now in Fedas, and we will kind of try to ensure that a lot of people will survive it rather than die, because the alternative is dying, I guess. Also, I still don't look up to fighting that fish guy. Coming fall. We already know the date where it's coming, but okay. And now we finally reach the video that has some substance. The video that everybody loved over the initial trailer. This is your first look at Dragon Age The Veilguard. The following footage was captured from software in development and takes place very early in the game. It has been edited for brevity to avoid any major spoilers.
I hope Nev's as good at finding people as you claim.
She's the best damn detective I've ever met. If she says she's got a lead on Solus, I believe her.
Minratus! Also, the voice actor who is playing this Rook in this video is called Alan, I think. Give me quickly second full name, because I am bad with names. There are several of them, but this specific one is not Alan, Alex Jordan. I remember the letter that his name started with, right? He's the British version of Rook, and American version will be Jeff Berg. And we have also British female version played by Brioni Corrigan, and American version of female Rook played by Erika Ishii, who is, as far as I know, non-binary or queer. Anyway, so this is Alex Jordan Rook in Minratus.
Should we be in more of a hurry to get out of here?
We don't want to look conspicuous. Just get out of here nice and casual. Find Nev Gallus and stop Solus.
It looks kinda dystopian. Like I said, I am now not surprised why Fenris hates this place so much. It looks like fucking cyberpunk! Okay, in here we get first introduction. This is Rook, a level 1 rogue, backstory Shadow Dragons, and has custom appearance. I guess they picked the black one because they wanted to showcase how deep their character creator is going. Because they were boasting about that you don't only can to pick the skin color, but you could also pick the melanin level and other stuff related to how your skin looks. So I guess they wanted to showcase to us how natural they could make the Rook look like, even though the aesthetic is kind of cartoonish in this game, but the deepness of the realism in portraying different skin colors is really nice. There are some random NPCs. Are they poor people or just regular?
Still think you can talk him down before he starts his big ritual?
That ritual is going to tear down the veil. The only thing separating us from the Fade and an endless number of demons.
are they having this conversation near some regular people? Because I am like, you are talking about very important stuff and people are listening.
I have to talk him down.
It's also funny because Tariq is like, I have to talk him down. And everybody started joking about this. Because, okay, there were people who romanced Sola Valance, and they are only thinking about their Inquisitor right now. But the other part of fandom was like, oh no, Cole's fathers are going to argue again. Because this is hilarious. Like, Varric and Solas are kind of representing two types of parenting, and they, in Dragon Age Inquisition, kind of parented a spirit from the way. So everybody is joking that they are like divorced fathers arguing over the custody of the child. And now they are arguing over how to save the world. Oh, this one. This fucking scary thing. This is so cyberpunk. Like the police fucking state. Police fucking state. Like, would you want to live in Minratus like this? I wouldn't. I would fucking run away from that place.
Wait! But I didn't do anything!
Get down.
Are they after us? Is it because of the bar?
Word travels fast in Minrathus.
We've got to help her.
Poor lady.
We don't have time to get arrested, especially...
And now starts the most important part. Breach 2.0.
Oh, crap.
We're too late.
The ritual started. But if we hurry, we can still stop Solus before it finishes. Let's go!
To be honest, I really didn't expect that the game will start with this. Like, I was expecting that this will be some... Like, we will be stopping the ritual at the end of the game, not at the start. But I guess that's also some kind of way to jump right into action. Like, you know, you don't always have to start the story from the start. You can sometimes just throw up people inside the story and let them flounder.
Harding's this way. She'll get us to Dumont Plaza.
Watch out!
And this is... I think this is a new design for a region. It looks completely different. It even has legs. It looks more animalistic. Like before, Rage Demons were like those kinda... globby, like... They looked kind of like angry slime, kinda, with hands.
Is Solus summoning demons on purpose?
Wow! Like, did someone just get taken by a demon?
Is Solus summoning demons on purpose?
Look, that NPC was just taken away.
My guess is the veil is weakening, and they're slipping through the cracks.
And when the veil comes down completely?
Then the whole world is going to look a lot like this.
And this is new design for Pride Demons. I don't know how I feel about this. Like, some of the demons became more corporeal, and some other became less. And Pride Demons are the ones who became less corporeal. They look more like ghosties now. They don't even have legs. And some people are kind of disappointed because Pride Demon was hot before, and now he's less hot. But I guess to each their own. And look, I am now not surprised why that lady was so scared and started kneeling with hands above. If that thingy can shoot fucking magical bullets at you, then you will be dead on the spot.
Come on, this way. It should get us to Harding.
and this is new design for I forget what the thing's name.
You're safe now. Get inside and bar the door as quick as you can, okay?
Thank you, miss.
Harding, you all right?
I've been doing what I can to help.
Hero of the Inquisition, my beloved.
The ritual must be weakening the veil. There are a lot of scared people out here.
And a lot of demons. Haven't seen this many come through the Fade in years.
Yeah, I get it. Like, imagine being Varric. Varric was like chilling in the most horrible city in existence in 3 marches, like the Kirkwall, and writing his more and less smutty books. And then suddenly he was conscripted into an Inquisition and saw the sky split. And now he is basically like, oh no, here we go again. Because it's the second time when the sky split.
What about you two? Are you
Wait. Those tears in the veils look more now, now when I am playing Dragon Age Awakening and I first time actually encountered those spirit, like those veil tears in Awakening, like last week, now I can say that those tears kind of look similar to the other ones. And it's funny that that huge thingy in Minratu that is floating, that has those magic bullets, is kind of trying to destroy those veil tears. Like, it's whacking it. Like we did. Like, I remember that people were saying that in Dragon Age Awakening, the hero of Ferelden or Warden Commander from Orlais are literally whacking the veil tears with a sword. So this is kind of the same vibe.
What about you two? Are you okay?
And we have the dialogue wheel. The dialogue wheel that everybody loves or everybody hates, depending on who you ask.
We're good, but we need to move.
Agreed. Solus isn't waiting, neither can we.
Have you got my gear?
Right over there.
Sword.
Where's Nev Gallus? Wasn't she at the meeting point?
The Venatori got to her first. They grabbed her before we arrived and paid off the bar owner to keep it quiet.
I'm not surprised our detective did something to piss off a cult of murderous blood mages, but their timing stinks. The bar owner said the Venatori took Nev to Dumont Plaza. Can you get us there, Harding?
Rook, you're with the Shadow Dragons. I figured you'd know Minrathous better than I do.
The
Venatori go to her first. They grabbed her before we arrived. They owner bar, quiet.
Rook, you're with the Shadow Dragons. I figured you'd know
Yeah, and this is the moment when they wanted to showcase that the NPC characters and our companions can address us, showing which faction we are from. And there are 6 factions. There are Shadow Dragons, Veil Jumpers, Grey Wardens, Uneven Crows, Lords of Fortune, and the Death One.
Minrathous better than I do.
Sure, but Minrathous is huge, and this is nowhere near my neighborhood. I can try.
Don't worry, scouting's my specialty. Follow me.
Also, I like it that the Rook just said that Minrathous is huge, so even though he lived in Minrathous, he's not like know-it-all. Like it's really realistic that you live in a huge city, but it doesn't mean that you know every single nook and cranny of the city, because you keep to some certain area that is most familiar to you, and you only go outside that area if you have to go to some place that is outside of that area, like doctor, like some market that maybe has stuff that your market doesn't have. This is really nice.
Eyes up. We've got company.
Demon!
Demons, here
And now we can see the battle. Harding joined the party.
they come.
I like how the rogue is more agile now, because in previous games we could only see acrobatics like this in the death blows, but never in the regular combat. Our character was just mostly standing, walking around, and whacking things with a sword. But here we have the fluidity, the athletics, the stuff. It really nice. And we have a bow. I mean, they said that every class has their own additional weapon that can be used as like a bow. No? I don't know what was that ability that Rook just used. Is it like the ability of every Rook, or is it ability of only Shadow Dragon's Rook, or is it an ability from certain specialization? Because he jumps back, turns into feathers, and then appears again. I also wonder, because this was the first combat, they said that we can have 2 companions with us, but they never said anything about, do those companions can die? Do I have to worry during the battle that my companion will be taken down? Or they have an AI that will ensure that the companion will at least try to stay alive?
I think that's the last of them.
Good. Let's get to Dumont Plaza.
Look, how many fucking rats! Looks like the typical big city.
Find Nev. Patch yourselves up if you need it.
Yeah, and this is the new healing system. We have 3 healing potions on us, and when we lose life, we can use them. And throughout the world, there are those green jars that basically we have to destroy and you get the potion. It's a completely different mechanic than in any other game. In any other game, we're just looting enemies for potions or making our own. I wonder if they will allow us to create potions again, because there's supposed to be a healer class. So is it a healer like only magic, or the healer will be also including making potions and stuff?
You are in violation of Imperial order.
I don't get it. If Solus tears down the veil, doesn't that destroy everything?
Solus always talked about how beautiful the ancient world was.
That world existed before the veil, and he wants to bring it back.
Even if his ritual kills us all in the process.
And Venatori. Oh, and here, look. There is an arrow. There's an arrow. And this is the first time ever in Dragon Age games when we can parry enemies.
Venatory cultists!
Look, they are casting magic and you can parry the magic, and this is fucking cool. Like, when I saw it the first time, because this is the second time I watched it, but I forgot most of it. This was the most cool stuff. One of the cool stuff, like the athletics, how the rogue is moving around, and the parrying of magic. You can parry magic. Magic was never parryable before. You could not succeed to apply a status with a magic, but usually magic always hit.
I hate these assholes.
Me too. And there's here another ability. You can kick enemies off the ledges. Look.
Looks like the
And he fell. Geronimo!
Venatori put up a barrier to block the way.
More intruders!
Avenge our fallen brethren!
All citizens must remain indoors until the magical anomaly is fully contained.
Oh, of course, the huge police state is telling people to stay inside because they are handling the situation, even when we know that they are not handling the situation.
Come on. Guess we're sliding down.
They're allies of Neb Gallus! Kill them all!
I wonder if we will have more of slides like this. Oh, and this is the first time we see new menu. Use the ability wheel to pause the action and choose from Rook's ability. Venatori Soldier. So those sides, on the sides you can have your companions. Currently, the Rook doesn't have any companions active. And at the bottom are the abilities that the Rook can use. Static strike. Fires 2 bolts, each dealing damage independently, but traveling along the same path.
Tetris. The Venatori own these streets.
Someone is falling in slow-mo, but it's cool.
Venatori, take your revenge!
I wonder if they kept the finisher moves from Dragon Age Origins for this game. Because those finisher moves were really cool, and I guess in this game they would really look sick if they were existing. Oh, and you could hit both of them at the time.
Alright, hiding. Not the worst timing.
I love it. Also, the implication that she's an ice mage, that you can be a specializing in specific type of magic, really gives me hope. But I don't know. I didn't see the whole ability wheel yet. We'll probably see it only when the game comes out in the next month. But I am still hoping for the entropy ability itself, because I love them. And I want them to be brought back.
Nev, it's so good to see you. We thought the Venatori had kidnapped you.
They thought the same thing. A lot of Venatori in the city have reason to hate me. Figured I'd play along. Find out who wanted to settle the score this time. Then the sky started raining demons. So I'm back on the job.
Appreciate it. Rook, this is Neb Gallus, our local expert. She's gonna help us find solace. Nev, meet Rook. Both of you have done some work for the Shadow Dragons.
Yeah, another instance when NPC are acknowledging your faction and having some nice commentary on it.
Isn't that a coincidence?
Some old friend said if I was working in Tevinter, the Shadow Dragons are worth trusting.
We haven't got a lot of time. Varric said you had a lead on Solus?
You get right to the point.
Oh, also I like this thingy. It looks like a typical lamp, but it's not typical lamp. It's a magic lamp, and it implies that when the building is hit, they flicker like a regular electricity. I want to know how that works.
I haven't seen Solus in person, but I did find hints of old magic, similar to what you get in elven ruins. I traced it to a building beneath Our Lady of Victory. That's where your man is hiding.
Then let's go.
It's funny that the Winter has Lady of Victory, because the Winter, as far as I remember, was supposed to be based on Roman Empire, but the Lady of Victory, I don't know if similar statue existed in ancient Rome. The only thing I will think about when someone says to me, Lady of Victory, I will think about America and the huge statue of that lady. But I guess this one in the Winter is kinda inspired by the Greek slash a Roman goddess of victory.
Before this ritual he's doing gets any worse.
Worse, this ritual's already drawing more power than I'd expect from a dozen mages.
Also, inside the lore, I wonder who the Lady of Victory is. Like, was it the real person that was really good, or is it Andraste, or who that is?
You told me he was working alone.
I also told you he was an ancient elven god.
An elven god. Well, whatever he is, he's causing trouble in my city. Let's go.
That was very American sentence to say.
All citizens in the canal districts must remain in their homes.
The team discovers Sola's hideout and an Eluvian gate, the portal he has used to escape the city of Minratus. They step through the gate. And this is a huge fucking mirror. I don't know if this is... I don't know if it's on purpose that each Eluvian we ever see in those games is different size. Or... I mean, I guess it makes sense. Like, in older games, the Eluvians we saw were rare magical artifacts. They got redesigned for Inquisition. And also the Eluvian that Mariel had was a special one. It was a special design. And it also looked different than the one that we saw in the origin of the elf Dalish elves. Because that was supposed to be the same mirror, but it looked different. Like, why? Anyway, they kept the design from Dragon Age 2 in Dragon Age Inquisition. Even though it was kind of retcon. And then in Dragon Age Trespasser, we saw regular size Eluvians and we saw a huge ass Eluvian. And I guess it makes sense. At first I was like confused, but now when I think about it, I'm like, okay, if you need a huge thingy to be delivered from place A to place B, you obviously need a huge ass Eluvian, no?
Well, we're not in Minrathous anymore.
I know these trees. This is Arlethan Forest.
And there's your ritual. The power involved. I've never seen anything like it.
And we have the statue of the old gods and the random place that exists somewhere that Solas knew about because he's ancient god.
The tremors are getting worse.
And we've got demons.
They're colorful now. We have first time enemies with shield on them. Nev, when she's jumping back, she has this hue of ice going like a comet behind her. Really nice. Also,
I thought the demons were bad back in Minrathous.
The Fade's a mess this close to the ritual. No telling what could come through.
Does it feel like those tremors are getting worse?
Keep moving and try not to think about it.
the team battles their way deeper into Aratan Forest until they arrive at Solace ritual site. And we have a new Pride Demon. And look, this Pride Demon has a shield and something blue above.
I have to stop this demon quickly.
And now we have ability again. We'll see more of the combos you can have with companions in different videos.
Watch the lightning!
Also, since when Pride Demons can run lightning down? I don't remember. Yeah. It looks really smooth. Does it become smaller? Oh, it has a sword! Since when do you use swords? I guess the redesign was of everything, not only the view, but also the battle mechanics. I guess fighting Pride Demon with the old mechanics would be boring because they usually just walk around, stomp, hit you from afar with something, and that's all. I can see that they wanted to make this game as exciting when it comes to combat as it possibly could be.
This large get through the veil.
It's a pride demon. Damn thing probably sensed Solus's ego.
Oh, look. There's a moment when Nevgal just jumps and whacks the Pride Demon with her staff, wand, whatever she's carrying. And what I wanted to say, you can really see that they put a lot of thought into the new gameplay mechanics because a lot of them are the modern ones. The old games had the like old thinking to them, old mechanics. Like the mages kind of got more fluid at using magic with every game, but otherwise the mechanics for the warriors and rogues didn't really change that much. Archers got a little fancier stuff in Dragon Age Inquisition because you could like fire an arrow and do the backflip jump and stuff. But here we have parrying, we have attacking directly, mages attacking demons directly without just standing on the sidelines firing magic. We have a lot of new stuff, fluidity and dodging, rolling on the ground. That was not part of the regular experience in Dragon Age games before, so I am like kind of excited. Now, when I also play Wuthering Waves, some of those stuff are reminding me of Wuthering Waves a lot. So it's a testament to how this game evolved to catch up with the modern combat mechanics, to include them and incorporate them into the Dragon Age world.
Everyone all right?
Good enough. Let's get to Solus.
Take it from here.
Are you sure?
Positive. You three just keep the demons off me while I talk to him.
Varric, Solus isn't gonna stop just because an old friend asks nicely.
Solus needs someone to sell him another option, to help him justify changing his mind.
This is funny that Varric thinks he's that person. It's really such a gay behavior on your part, Varric, and I thought you only loved Bianca, who broke your heart. I mean, this is very typical in character for him to behave like this. He always was like this. In Dragon Age 2, he was like this. He often spoke about Anders' choice like this, though I agree, because I still believe that Anders' choice to blow up that huge fucking golden building was a good choice. Because when you look at Dragon Age 2 and you see those sisters going around the Lowtown is basically the place where the poor people live, like poor, and in our standard they would classify middle class, but they are not really middle class. All of them are poor, but some of them are richer poor, and the other ones are poorer poor. So when you see the sisters in Dragon Age 2 walking around Lowtown and asking for donations, and then you go to the High Town and you look at the Chantry building and you see this fucking huge golden building with golden fucking statue, I am here sitting and I am like, why do you even ask for more money, you hedonist bitches? That's why I am not really sad that building blew up. Also in Dragon Age 2, because that game was only created for 9 months, there is a scarcity of NPCs. So when the building blows, the only NPC you actually see inside is the revered mother who could leave but didn't. That was her choice. And the Templars, which most of them are criminals, abusers, rapists, and the like, you know? So I am really not feeling that sad about them. Call me heartless, but they reaped what they sowed. So that building, I am always on the side of that what was a good choice to blow it up. One golden building in the city less. And what I wanted to say, I feel like that was also a good sign. Like that building was a symbol of power of the Chantry in the city. So destroying it kinda sent a message. It was like destroying a symbol of oppressive regime. Like imagine the Third Reich had a huge fucking statue of the symbol they were using everywhere, and someone decided to blow up that statue. It would be the same kind of behavior. You are blowing up a symbol of power to show that the oppressive regime can be taken down.
Come on, Varric. We didn't come all this way just to talk to him.
He was my friend, Rook. I gotta try to reach him. If he won't listen to me, then he'll hear from Bianca.
More demons.
Take care of the team for me.
This is such a huge red flag. Like, I am so scared that Varric will die in this game.
Hope I'm not interrupting.
He's like, "Hi, X, I came to talk to you."
Let's buy him some time.
I am so fucking scared that because Varric is raising a lot of death flags and
Derek is getting through to Solus.
I
We
can.
gotta talk fast. We can't hold these demons off forever.
I mean, he is old, but I don't want to see him die.
The veil is a wound inflicted upon this world. It must be healed.
What is this dagger? What is this dagger? It looks like dagger made of Valerian.
Is a wound inflicted upon this.
Also reminds me kinda of his dark materials and that funny knife that you could use to just cut through the world. Like the same, like veil.
This world, it must be healed.
By drowning the world in demons?
I have taken precautions to minimize the damage, Varric.
Minimize the... People are dying right now. You need to listen. Please.
People are always dying. It is what they do.
This is so fucking bad thing to say, Solus, but also I can kinda understand. And he is an elven god. He's from a time when elves never died. The concept of death is probably, I wouldn't say foreign to him, because there was this entire stuff about Mythal being killed and the rebellion after she was killed. But we know that Mythal survived, yes. I guess the ancient elves had a little kind of different understanding of death. And that's why regular people just dying is kind of they can comprehend it in the same way as regular people can. So to them it's like an occurrence that happens to other people, not to them. And Solus sounds as if he was just acknowledging that it's part of life, that death is part of life, everybody dying every single day, so why should he care? But now they are dying quicker because of him, he should care. You are causing them to die before they should die. Don't you feel a little bit bad about that?
Shit. We need a better plan.
Do you want me to take the shot?
Won't work, he's too powerful.
What if we disrupt the ritual?
How?
See those statues? If we break the scaffolding holding that one up, the whole thing will come down on Solus.
Everybody was laughing about that scaffolding. Solus, you were preparing to have this ritual for fucking 10 years and you couldn't fix the statue on time, you had to leave the scaffolding.
It's risky. Interrupting a ritual of this scale will have consequences.
Yes, exactly, I agree with Nate. Interrupting this kind of ritual is risky and it will probably end with the worst stuff happening.
And what about the demons? Varric needs us to hold them off.
Right, you two stay here. I'll bring down the statue.
What? No. Stepping into all that raw magic is suicide.
The storm could tear you apart.
Anyone got a better idea?
Are you suicidal, Rook?
Fine, but you'll need backup. I'm with you.
I'm a mage. I'll go.
Either way, someone needs to stay back and deal with the demons.
And you can choose who comes with you. I wonder if this affects something, but I doubt it. Because we already know that Harding is getting new abilities, and I think like this choice doesn't affect that.
Let's go, Harding. Nev, keep the demons off us.
You got it.
Yay!
Why tear down the Veil, knowing all the lives it'll cost?
We shared a journey years ago. Do you believe that I would do this if there was some other better option?
The pillar's weak, but
It isn't falling. We need to push it.
I'm with you.
I didn't know we were that strong!
You came a long way and made a valiant effort, Varric, but this story does not end with my downfall.
Push!
Shit! And we have the scary god. I am not looking forward to meeting them. Look, the other one has those weird tentacly thingy that Lara was running from. So, I guess Rook is one of those companions that are actually to blame for everything bad to happen. Because in Dragon Age Origins, the Blight wasn't really our fault. The Blight was fault of someone else we well know. And the Warden was just cleaning the mistakes of everybody else, including the traitor that left them behind. But then in Dragon Age 2, we have Hawk, who... I wouldn't say that all quests that happen in that game are his fault, because the Kirkul was already fucked up long before that. But the DLC with Corypheus, yeah, that's the moment when Hawk enters the stage as the protagonist who let the bad guy run away without knowing. And then we have Dragon Age Inquisition, where the protagonist is kinda, well, there's someone who was in the wrong place at the wrong time, because they also didn't start them, anything could happen. Because Hawk started it, by accidentally releasing that guy. And now we have Brooke, who, even when being told that disrupting ritual on that scale will have a dire, possibly bad consequence, decided to do it anyway. Because why shouldn't we disrupt the powerful magic? I know that we didn't want the Veil to be torn down and kill everyone, but that was also not a good way to do that. And now we had official release trailer with another Rook.
You have no idea what you have done. The blighted elven gods walked free, all because you disrupted my ritual.
You battle against gods. They will not rest until you are on your knees.
tentacles. Also, that was Morrigan. And disrupting the ritual released the blighted gods. We had theories for years that the gods that were trapped in Black City were actually blighted, and this is fact confirmation that all gods lied. Everything's connected. Maybe we'll finally learn what happened those a few thousand years ago. But I feel like the game doesn't tell us one important thing. Like, remember Corypheus? Corypheus, the villain from the previous game, he was a talking darkspawn. And he was not the only one we know. There was also another one. The architect that we will meet when I will continue playing Dragon Age Awakening. And there were 7 of them. So we have still at least 4 left because one of them, according to the lore, was eaten by the other one. We have at least 4 Magister Sidereal walking around. And I wonder if they will be in this game. Will they be like small bosses? Should I be afraid?
Fearful.
Oh, I saw people talking about...
Not rest until you are on your knees.
People talking about this elf. People were saying that Pelasan is character from the novel. But I don't know.
Cowering. Helpless. In the face of such power.
And a dragon.
Rook, you've got this. I've seen your work. You're clever, adaptable, and you don't know when to quit.
You want allies to go after the gods?
Nevgal is without her fancy hat. And she has...
You want allies to go after the...
She's wearing her shirt. In a very nice way.
the gods. I've got places to look.
Where do we start?
Is it the same place as in the start of the game, or is it different? Is it the place where the ritual happened, or is it not the same? Oh, this is Underfell. Anyways, how? I don't know what those huge fucking thingies that look like hills of the swords mean, but I guess.
I'll be damned. A griffin.
Yay!
War, victory.
We also got redesigned Darksman.
A griffin.
Yeah, here. It looks more... This is a ghoul. The Darksman ghoul. I don't remember if this is a huge change on the previous version or not.
War, victory. War, victory.
This kinda... This thingy kinda looks like either a walking skeleton or as a Magister Sidereal, I don't know. He has wings!
I've never seen this before. There's something kind of exciting about it.
Oh, and this moment.
What is happening to me?
What is happening to you? I would also want to know! Also, this is... Do you remember Sandal? He also can do this, and when you ask him, when you find him with those petrified darkspawn in Dragon Age 2, if you ask him how did he do that, he says, no enchantment. So I guess he didn't use any runes or enchantments. He simply used whatever ability the dwarves are getting.
What is happening?
Also, can we call it magic? I don't know if we can call it magic, because I still don't know how the Titans are actually factoring the fade reality that was before the veil, can we assume that Titans are magic that existed in magic world, or are they something completely else? And like, if they are living magic, then that would explain why dwarves are immune to magic, because they lived inside it. So they kind of got an immunity to magic by living inside a magical being, kind of thing. So if dwarves can use magic, then that kind of finally makes that world make sense. Because if we consider Titans as separate beings with separate abilities, with separate rules, then the world kinda was cracking down into a world with two magic systems. But with Titans as a magical beings, the magic system still makes sense because Titans exist. They are huge magical beings. The dwarves lived inside of them and were kinda like drones, like bees. They didn't have really free will until they were freed from the Titans. And Titan's blood is lyrium, and lyrium can raw lyrium can kill like most people in Dragon Age universe, but mages it's twice as deadly. But it also can be used as a booster of magic. Like, you can use lyrium and create potions that boost your mana, so it makes sense. Like for Titans to be a huge fucking magical being, because their blood is magic and it gives magical abilities. Like, if you like, Templars are also using lyrium, and when they consume it, they get magic-like abilities. But from what I remember, Alistair said you don't have to take lyrium to use Templar abilities, actually. I don't know how exactly that works. I know that lyrium makes their abilities stronger and better, which now, when we are talking about magic systems and magic world, would kind of imply that Templars are mages. That would, if that's true, that would be fucking ironic. Because we know that they don't get those abilities from lyrium. They have those abilities from Templar training. And whatever that Templar training is, it gives them those abilities. And then those abilities can be boosted with lyrium. And we have Seekers who get similar abilities to Templars, and we know that they get those abilities after they literally go through process similar to Tranquility, and then their mind is touched by a spirit of faith, and the Tranquility is broken, and they get the ability. So if we consider this as a factor, then maybe Templar abilities also come from some kind of spirit-related thingy, and then when they use lyrium, they get those abilities powered up. But as far as I remember, Seekers don't really need to use lyrium to use their ability. I mean, it implies that Seekers have powerful abilities without lyrium. So I guess the Templar version is some bastardized version of Seeker training that is not as effective and is kinda faulty. That's why they need lyrium to boost their abilities, while Seekers are the ideal form of that training. So they don't need lyrium. They can use their abilities without any boosters. But I guess if they were taking lyrium, I guess it would be possible to boost their abilities further, but they don't have a need for it because their abilities are already good without it. Or Templars really don't need to get lyrium to use their abilities, like Alistair said, and the entire thing with them taking lyrium for boosting, in quotations, is just a huge scheme by the Chantry to keep their police in line, meaning that Chantry deliberately is dragging their police force so they could have them on a leash. That is also an option. Because we know that Alistair can use his Templar abilities without lyrium and he's good at it. We are using his abilities in battle, so it something is going on.
Let the Fade draw close!
Draw the dragon out into the open. Then attack.
Yay!
You and me, Rook. Maybe
Roman.
that's what scares me.
Nev is one of those characters that are like, maybe Roman scares me. Maybe I'm ready for that. It kind of gives me the vibe of Isabella when she says this. Morrigan!
These
Where
are
is
the
Kieran?
times in which legends are born or slain.
Where is Kieran? I want to know where is Kieran. Will I meet him again?
Our gods are back. Our gods. How do we stand against that?
I believe in all of us. So let's get it done.
Is this a finisher move? Looks like it. That looks like the death blow. Also, this fucking. Ay, 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 ay. There is a huge ball trying to kill the dragon. Also, those two dragons. I am wondering if some people said that they are ice and fire, but to me it looks more like blue lyrium, red lyrium. I am scared officially. Wait, what was that? There's a huge fucking skull. Is it a skull? It is a skull. Will we have titans in this game as well? Because without titans, that entire world doesn't make sense. They also had some trailer for podcast. They have a podcast now.
This chamber, it feels different from the cave. I can sense something. The veil is thin here.
From the world of Dragon Age comes a new tale.
Nadia Carcosa, wanted by Tevinter authorities for crimes of theft, high treason, and murder.
Who the hell is Nadia Carcosa?
So, what's the mark?
The Eye of Cthiska.
What in the world is the Eye of Cthiska?
The eye was made from a rare gem mined here in the caves beneath us. It was crafted centuries ago by a powerful dreamer.
Magister Andante.
What's going on?
It's about Nadia. She's about to do something quite reckless.
Do I hear voices of Solas and Nevgalas?
Listen to me. You've been tricked. This isn't a simple grab and go for the money. There are bigger forces at play. We have to put this back and leave.
I'm sorry, but I won't let you pay for my mistakes.
Dragon Age, Vows and Vengeance. An 8-episode series coming soon.
Nadia, I presume. I am Solus, and I am, I believe, the one that you seek.
The name I seek is the Dread Wolf.
Now he sounds a little bit different than the previous. Also, is it happening before Veilguard or after Veilguard?
That you seek.
The name I seek is the Dread Wolf.
The Eye will destroy you.
Listen and subscribe wherever you get podcasts.
So we also have that. I don't know how I feel about this because I am Not really a person who is good at listening to podcasts. I need some visual representation to focus on because otherwise my attention span is slim. And now we finally have the newest video that was literally released today. But I think I already saw it before, or so that it was uploaded before. But this is the official upload, so we'll watch the official. For your convenience, we have edited this 4-part series into single standalone video. Combat Part 1. Prepare for battle. This is an introduction to high-level combat. Footage has been edited for brevity and to avoid major spoilers. This is already a major spoiler. The next sentence. Weishaupt Fortress is under attack from Gillian and her archdemon. Does it mean that Gillian and her archdemon are two separate beings? Because I was like wondering for ages. We were for ages wondering if the archdemons are the old gods or they were split into two. That, like, some people were having also theory that archdemons are the forgotten ones because there is also that other pantheon of elven gods that everybody forgot about. But I was more like, after I saw the mosaic that we saw at the start of the stream, I was like, yeah, I guess the idea of elven god soul being split in two makes no sense. Especially considering that we know that elven gods can split their souls into parts because of Flammer in Dragon Age 2. So that makes sense, so I guess Gillian has her archdemon! Let's get your warrior ready for battle. So, we have warrior Rook that is, there is a symbol of Grey Wardens here. So the Grey Warden origin surname is Thorn. Abilities and Rook. Assign abilities and an ultimate attack before jumping into battle. So those are your abilities, and that last one I guess is ultimate. You know what I like? That they gave us those little videos, how the ability looks like inside the world. And what it does, like, it kind of reminds me about those little guides from League of Legends. And this is, now I just noticed that this thingy is the same dagger / sword that Solus was using during the ritual, and apparently we are equipping runes to that thing. Equip runes to enhance your power set and access unique abilities when activated. So you can have a rune that can lose all rage and heal for an equivalent amount. Incoming healing passive. And we can pick different runes like crystallize. All enemies within 10 meters are frozen. Diminish. All enemies within 6 meters are weakened. And all of your weapon attacks deal fire damage for 20 seconds. I don't remember exactly. I mean, I am playing Dragon Age Origins and Dragon Age Awakening, but the runes kinda have different names there. There were like novice runes, great runes, whatever. They had stuff like this, but I don't remember weakness being part of the original Dragon Age world. I wonder if this is a new thing that was added, or it was a thing that I just didn't pay attention to in the previous game. Choose runes that boost the warrior damage and help with crowd control. And this is the new skill tree. This is huge. The character they are choosing for this showcase is Specialization Champion, and is also a Grey Warden. Each combat class has an array of specialization to choose from. Champion. Wait a second. Why that specialization has a symbol that looks kind of like Grey Wardens? If this is a symbol of a specialization and not of the background, then I thought, like someone corrected me yesterday, that this is a symbol of Grey Wardens. That means that the rook they are showcasing is a Grey Warden. But now I am not so sure, because I can see that Specialization Champion has this sign. So it's possible that Thorn is not the surname for Grey Warden background, but for some folk. There was heavy armor mastery while wearing a heavy helm and armor defense plus 20%. Utilizing passive abilities like heavy armor mastery will help boost defense if you are equipped with all heavy armor. Oh, here, right. Each combat class has an array of specialization to choose from. Your rook has chosen the champion branch, which favors strong defensive skills. You're going to be battling Darkspawn, who are vulnerable to fire. This is also one of the things that I like now about the new Dragon Age, because in Dragon Age Origins and in Dragon Age Awakening, all the weaknesses and stuff of the monsters are hidden. You never know. You can check it on Wiki, but I don't know where the people took that knowledge from. I guess inside game file or something. But, or maybe it was in the explanation inside the game that I always skip. But here in this game we have finally a good interface that is showing us every weakness that we can exploit the enemies. So you can have Fear Resolve, which grants us flaming weapons for a duration when we parry an enemy attack. So Darkspawn take fire, so this is the best ability for healing them. We'll be doing a deep dive on progression systems in the future. So I guess now that I know that Darkspawn are vulnerable to fire, then I can assume that if I was a Grey Warden character from Underbelt, I would know that, and if I was a mage, I would specialize in fire magic, because it's the most effective against the Darkspawn. And same for every other class, like rogues and warriors would all have like fire abilities to fight better. We will be doing a deep dive in progression systems in the future. Good, because I am curious. Also, this new interface kinda looks cheap, but I can live with that. For this build, you will want a full set of heavy armor to activate your heavy armor master. So we have a simplified inventory. We don't have, like in Dragon Age Origins, we had helmet, we had gloves, boots, the chest piece, the weapon, the place for other weapon or shield. We had two rings, one belt, and a necklace. But here we have simplified version. We have helmet, we have the torso, the armor, like the body armor. We have a weapon, second weapon or a shield. We have this hammer. I suspect it's supposed to be an additional weapon of warriors. And we have a necklace, belt, and two rings. But instead of putting runes inside the armor, helmet, and stuff, we put them in that little dagger that I guess we stole from Solas. I guess we will not be doing enchantments anymore. That's bad. Or maybe we can combine runes, like maybe we can have some on our weapons and armor and some on the dagger? I don't know, I am curious. If you prefer a more aggressive playstyle, two-handed weapons deal more damage but have fewer defensive options. The Spellbound Longsword deals high stagger and can trigger powerful takedown. We will cover stagger in part 2 of the series. They are also showing us level 30 Rook, probably because they want to show us as many abilities as they possibly can without showing everything. Like the basic stuff, but also high level, like it's literally called high level combat, so they want to show not only basic stuff but also some more advanced stuff. Rook has a fire-based Darksman Killer build. Andrastes will lose 3 maximum burning stuff. Huh? Okay, cool. This ring grants a bonus to the max number of burning stacks, which results in more damage per time. This is just one type of build. Other examples include customizing to emphasize your shield toss or takedown. I guess I will have to boost the sound down so you could hear me when I say stuff. Selected companion can aid Rook by equipping complementary gear and passives. This is Grey Warden's mission, so you should bring Davrin into battle with you. And companions have even more simplified stuff. Kinda reminds me of Dragon Age 2, because in Dragon Age 2, you couldn't equip everything on your companions, you could only give them a weapon. Yes, only a weapon. Everything else was not equipable. Here, I guess you can equip them with some kind of arm. And this is the selection of companions. They want us to take Lucanis because he has basic crowd control abilities. The basics. Now that Rook, Davrin and Lucanis have the right gear and skills, the team sets off to find their allies. Soon they are met with resistance by the Darksman blighted creatures following Gillanan's order. Another proof that old gods are related to the Blight and they can literally order around the Darkspawn. So lore-wise. First, learn the enemy types to strategically exploit their weaknesses. Darkspawn are vulnerable to fire. Okay, so here you have an interface, and now when you show the enemy, you can see they are vulnerable to stuff and resistant to stuff. So this is really nice because now I finally will be able to know what I'm fucking doing. Enemies have a multitude of damage, vulnerabilities, and resistances. Abilities which exploit weaknesses have a green outline. So those are on the side. those green ones here, and here, and here. Those are fire abilities that exploit weakness. Rook encounters a swarm of darkspawn ghouls who favor overwhelming melee. The ghouls are joined by Hurlock Spikers, the ranged combatants who are also vulnerable to fire. This is a new class of enemies. We never ever met a Hurlock Spiker before. They kind of, with this throwing, remind me of Kunari from Dragon Age 2 that I hated with a passion. And here they wanted to showcase the shield block. Time a shield block to parry an incoming attack, which provides an opportunity for a high damage counterattack. And now you can see that the sword is with a fire because the build they are using was that if you parry, and I guess using shield block counts as a parry, you get a fire weapon. With this successfully parried, the Fury Resolve passive skill activates flaming weapons. Melee attacks will now do fire damage instead of physical. Use the kick ability to deal massive damage and knock enemies off ledges. This is so nice. You can finally kick people off and don't have to fight them. Health pods are available throughout the world. Grab them to prepare for what's ahead. Exactly what was in the first video. Use the ability wheel to pause the action, cast abilities, and direct your companion. Some tougher enemies have additional protection that needs to be removed. A yellow bar indicates armor barrier. Armor is resistant to most attacks. Heavy attacks are the most effective against it. What does it mean, heavy attack? Here the Darkspawn Horde begins to overwhelm. You can cast Spectral Bulwark, which damages enemies who land melee hit. So this is the ability of this champion. This allows you to fearlessly get into the thick of battle. Enemies have a lavender stagger bar that builds when you land hit. And now it's staggered. And this is a finisher move. It's a takedown, I guess. It's a takedown ability. So this is not a finisher move, it's a takedown. Doesn't mean that only a specific classes can use it, because in Dragon Age Origins, the special moves, I remember they were most visible on warriors and rogues. You mastered your core ability. Now it's time to face down a variety of enemies all at once. Buffs, debuffs, crowd control. This is Rook. This Rook is a warrior specializing in the champion branch, which favors a defensive style of fighting. Warriors are frontline fighters capable of devastating up-close attacks. Rook and their companion can also deploy different tools such as area of effect attacks to uniquely manage various enemies. Overwhelm. Additionally, activate companion buffs and debuffs to apply status effects. I guess Overwhelm is from some ability that will kind of, because it was listed for combo with Overwhelm. No, so someone else applied Overwhelm. Additionally, blah blah blah. One example of a buff is Lucain's Adrenaline Rush, with ability which enhances Rook's damage stat. Davrin has Heroic Strike, which applies the Overwhelm debuff. So, this was him. This causes the target to take additional stagger. This build activates the shield volley passive, which ricochets your shield 3 times if you hit it with a heavy attack. Rook is getting attacked on all sides, so you command Lucanis to use Abominable to knock an enemy down. Was this thingy what he did? He's in air and he's using his Abominable ability on them. And they're knocked down. Use abilities like Davrin's Death from above to deal damage from afar. And now, I guess it was a griffin that attacked an enemy. Or use your grappling spear to pull them close. So we have a grappling as a warrior, at least the champion has. Okay. Primer Detonators Ultimate. As you fight progress, use Primer Detonators and Ultimates with strategic timing to turn the tide of battle. Rook can create incredibly damaging combo detonations with the help of their companion. Assess the situation, determine which primers and detonators work best against each and any time. Command Davri to taunt to gather nearby enemies. Activate the crystallized runes, freeze the gathered troop in place. Lucans can use Eviscerate to detonate the combo and strike the whole group. Nice! And boom! As the battle progresses, Rook can unleash a destructive ultimate attack. And that's nice. Ooh. Was it a meteor? Now that you've mastered these combat strategies and tactics, let's see them all in action. That looks really fluid. There's some barrels you can probably explode. You can apply frozen with a rune. The shield. Those dodges look hard to do. I feel like I'll be awful at this. But I like the stop time. I can then think and use some abilities. She detonated those barrels and got some hardwood for some reason. Oh, and now she applied Weakened and Davrin applied Overwhelmed. Yeah, that was fine. Okay, I guess this will be over. Bye bye.